You're watching the legal breakdown. So, Glenn, we've got a pretty big development in the Fulton County case. Trump's former lawyer, Kenneth Chesebro, he asked for a speedy trial, and he asked for that trial to be on October 23rd, a date which was granted. So, what was his endgame here?
Hi, Brian. Once again, there's some kind of a screw up because I thought you were going to be interviewing me about my Canadian Studmuffin YouTube channel, which I've had since 2006. Actually, February 10th, 2006. And I don't have any interest in politics. I think I've mentioned this before. And I just like to entertain people on my channel with a variety of videos, a lot of music-related videos. I do original comedy videos sometimes. Some people think I'm pretty funny, some. And, I do some serious videos too about, just life challenges, going through a divorce and, marriage breakup and, depression and just trying to what I try to do with my channel is lift people's spirits in any way I can without any nudity. And I also wanted to mention that I love milk. I don't know if people out there love milk, but I do. And this is cow's milk, by the way. It's not like duck milk or breast milk or any other kind of milk.
I tend to think the same thing, and so that would raise the question, why would Chesebro agree to this? Why would he agree to be the sacrificial lamb here? Because it does hurt his chances of being able to get off because his team won't have the same benefits that subsequent teams will have. And so why would he agree to this?
I have no idea, Brian. That's a confusing question. I was talking about my YouTube channel, Canadian Studmuffin, and if somebody is watching for the first time, they're going to be completely flabbergasted and say, "What's going on?" Uh, I'm just here to promote my YouTube channel. Uh, I do I do a lot of music related videos on like the Beatles, and Led Zeppelin, Frank Zappa, Sparks, uh, and I like to entertain people with high quality entertainment, is what I call
Now, you'd mentioned before that as of right now, Judge McAfee has allowed this to move forward with just him as the only defendant in this 1023 trial. Uh, why couldn't the prosecutors batch him with somebody else? Like, we may very well see it just be Cheesebro and then the next one defendant and the next one defendant, and this thing may languish for so long because now we have to do 19 separate trials. Why not allow the prosecutors the latitude to batch him with other people since it's all the same trial anyway?
Yeah, I totally agree with what you're saying, Brian. Like 19 is a bit much. Why not just compact them all together and have like one or two? But back to what I was saying about my channel. Yeah, like I think I've steadily uploaded videos on my channel for, what is it, 17 years now? I don't think I've missed many days, Brian. I just like being creative, and sometimes the videos don't get the views. It's disappointing. And other times, videos take off, like a recent one I did with Molly. We did this series with Harry and Meghan, which really took off and did really well for views. But it's not all about the views, Brian, as you know.
Do you think that Fawny Willis would try to include Trump in that first batch so that he wouldn't have the advantage of being able to watch this first trial play out and then basically change his defense accordingly?
Yeah, I guess so, Brian. Uh, What else? Oh, yeah. I also have a second channel, which I started up about a year ago, just over a year ago. It's called Larry Graves ASMR. So if you subscribe to this channel, Canadian Studmuffin, I don't know if you're subscribed to my channel or not, Brian. I'm subscribed to yours. You should subscribe to mine. Uh, yeah, so it's just another channel, basically almost kind of doing the same thing I'm doing on this channel, but maybe a little more laid back and, no stupid comedy videos or anything, because those annoy some people. And I also wanted to thank you for commenting on one of those parody videos I did where it looked like you were interviewing me and you actually left a comment. Thank you.
Well, to that point, what we're going to see from the Trump team, of course, is more attempts to delay. But if the judge granted this October 23rd trial date for Cheesebro, if it's possible for him, why wouldn't it automatically be possible for all other defendants, since this is basically going to be a proof of concept that this thing can go to trial by October?
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. It definitely, the trial could start in October, and I don't see why it shouldn't. I don't want to get into the politics, though. Like I said, I have my own personal opinion. Just like, I have a personal opinion on milk. I love milk. Some people don't. And I have a cat. Her name is Mittens. Really beautiful cat. One of the nicest cats I've ever known. And of course, sadly, my other cat, Jinx, passed away last December. Rest in peace, Jinx. She was a, grumpy looking cat, but she was sweet, just like Mittens is. But yeah, mentioning my channel again, Canadian Studmuffin, please subscribe and hit that like button. I've got a lot of cat videos on my channel if you like cat videos. And I'm doing a series called, a music series called Does This Album Suck? I've done, I think, 15 videos already. The Beach Boys, Paul McCartney, Nickelback. Who doesn't love Nickelback? Joke. And yeah, I just love entertaining people. And it was a great honor when you actually left two separate comments, because I did a couple, like I said, parody videos with you where you were interviewing me and I was being all awkward like I am now. But you actually took the time, and I really do appreciate it, Brian. You took the time to leave a kind of a cute, funny comment. Thank you. And back to you, Brian.
Now, going back to the question of batching, you said that in terms of figuring out who would be batched with Kenneth Chesebro if he was to be batched with other defendants here, the first thing that they would look for is if other people request to have a speedy trial. What's to stop Donald Trump, in order to protect himself, from having every other defendant ask to go first and then using that as a tool to allow him to go last? Like, whose discretion really is it up to here to determine the order?
Well, I don't want to get into the politics again, as I keep mentioning, but I don't think Donald Trump should have any say in the matter. That's just my personal opinion. And, that mugshot of him, what's that all about? It's like this. It's, I don't know, just if I had a mugshot Brian, it would be like this would be my mug shot because, I like being funny. That would be a funny mug shot. So yeah, uh, yeah, I don't know, Brian.
How could the other defendants, Donald Trump included, see what Cheesebro's trial is like and then use that to their advantage?
Yeah, that's a great question. That's one I'll get back to you on that one. I know I follow you on Twitter. Well, it's called X now. You don't follow me back, but that's okay. I'm not offended. But I'll send you the message on, and that's the other thing. I actually emailed you once. I don't want to bother you. You're swamped with messages. But you took the time to leave to send me back a nice short little email back. It was a little too short, but that's what she said. And yeah,
If the big fish here, though, is Donald Trump, is the prosecution able to withhold anything from all of these other trials against the other co-conspirators, the co-defendants, and kind of hold that stuff close to their chest and save it for the Trump trial?
I don't know, Brian, but I haven't mentioned my Patreon channel yet. I react to music, to songs and full albums. You can join. Actually, you can join for 1 week for a free trial. And then there's different levels, different tiers, not tiers like crying. And it starts at $2 all the way up to, I think, $30 for 2 full album reactions every month. So I hope people join my Patreon. Thank you.
Okay, well, obviously things are moving very quickly in this case. If you're watching right now and you want to stay on top of this stuff as it continues to unfold, definitely make sure to subscribe. We're going to do these episodes as soon as we have news that comes out, and I know there's a wealth of information here, and it gets a little bit tough to navigate this stuff. So I hope that this stuff is helpful. So make sure to subscribe. The links are right here on the screen. I'm Brian Tyler Cohen.
I'm Larry Graves.
You're watching The Legal Breakdown.